It's time for BeMore Good News, and love is in the air. Oh, we have a cast of thousands here today to celebrate all of the love in Baltimore and a little bit of Valentine's too. So we have free mom hugs, we have beer and ballet, we have Aziza Peace, we have the Infinite Love Project. I mean, please don't go away because we have so much to talk about.
Way down on the shores of the Patapsco lies a singing and swinging his town I know. So have another beer, sit down, I'll tell you more. Folks work real hard, but they're doing it right. Cause when the sun goes down, they're gonna party all night. I'm talking about Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore.
It's BeMore Good News for February 2024, and I'm your host, Judy Templeton. Thank you so much for joining us. Each month, our Good News reporters share with you some of our stories, our events, our programs, and people that make our city so special. So make sure you like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest good news. We've got so much good news. We've got to get started right now. So I'm going to bring in two superstars. And if you don't know who they are, well, shame on you, and you need to know them. And that is Saran Fawcett, the Executive Director and Chief Changemaker. I love your title. And Sean Lemon, Director of Self-Love and Solidarity. Oh, I just love both of your titles. I mean, how can you go wrong with titles like that? And believe me, if you don't know these women, you would know that they live up to their titles because they make such a difference in our city. And they work with Black and LGBTQ IA plus youth to build confidence, to culturally help them to be responsible, programming, nurturing self-love, and doing everything they're talking about, creating solidarity. And in the meantime, making them look good too, because put March 15th, on your calendar for Strut. And so I'm not going to talk about them anymore. I'm going to let them tell us about what they're up to. So, Saran, tell us what Aziza Peace is presently doing in Baltimore and now beyond.
Hey, Judy. So we're definitely beyond right now because we're in Raleigh, North Carolina, preparing for practice for the young women we work with down here, getting them ready for Strut in Baltimore in March. In Baltimore, we do what we always do. We love on the kids and teach them how to love themselves. In that area, that's the Sean Lemon area right there. The director, that's her area. Mine is to get what she needs so she can do what she does. And I can let her tell you what the program is doing.
So right now we just literally started our new module with Words Fail, Music Speaks, which is great right now considering we're around the love time and we're kind of moving into Strut 12. I'm on a new level. The kids are super excited. We practice every Saturday, every Sunday for the show. And right now, as Saran said, we're currently in Raleigh, North Carolina, to work with the girls that are coming to Baltimore to do the show in Baltimore with us. Everybody's super excited to partner and collab with each other to make the show an amazing show at the Baltimore Convention Center, March the 15th from 7 to 10 p.m. Be there. You gotta be there.
You guys keep playing Can You Top This with yourselves, and I don't know how you can get much higher. You know, I thought the Hippodrome was something, but now the Convention Center too. I mean, you just don't quit. And so, Saran, what I want to make sure everybody knows, amongst all that you do to bring these students into some real fame, true fame. I mean, this is like the best fashion show. You can't see the same in New York, I don't think. I really don't.
You better say it, Judy.
I did say it. But also you take care of them. And I love the word nurture in there. You take care of them during the summer. You help teach them educational and academic skills. You prepare them for the world. And I mean, really, you do it all. So you all step in as social workers and parents and lots of roles.
Yes,
So
we do. Yes, we do.
24/7.
Yes. So February 8th, AP turned 17 years old. So we're
happy
really excited.
birthday.
Thank you. We use fashion, fitness, arts, music, entertainment, and education to address social determinants of health, life and critical thinking skills development in youth ages 13 to 25, especially Black girls and LGBTQ identifying young people. And for us, especially in this political climate, our work has to be deepened because the impact has to be greater. Because yeah, our young people and the women who serve the young people are being seriously impacted by decisions that our new administration is making. But it will not stop us. It will not stop this work. We will just continue to figure it out to give our young people who are clearly already marginalized, underserved, what they need and what they
They
deserve.
deserve.
Well said. And remember, we only talk about good news on this show, so we won't talk about that other part. And let me ask you, what can we do in Baltimore to help you? I don't think that enough people know what you do. And I know that sometimes the two of you, like you said, 24/7. I mean, you've drug yourself to meet Bonnie and I for lunch, and you had a half an hour only before you had to leave us again and get back to work. What can we do in Baltimore to help you, to help with this mission that's just so worthy?
Well, I think it's a couple of things, and I'll let Sean talk from a programmatic space because donations and support, like tutoring and things like that, she can speak more about. When we're talking about what we can do for the program overall, it is the presence, like being in spaces on a podcast, uh, um, where people see us, know who we are, and me getting into spaces that I can speak about our work. As far as how you really can help is spread the word and donate, because on our page there's PayPal, there's Cash App. No amount is too small. Like we need everything we can get at this point. Sean can speak to the donations and things that will be a programmatic help for certain.
For sure. So like Saran said, like tutoring, and right now, our kids don't have the mental capacity right now to really deal with their emotions and along with their academic success. They don't. So having that extra support, having parental engagement, having their parents involved in what it is that we do and what it is that they need matters. Like us doing things with their parents so that their parents can become educated and know how to support
Exactly.
their kids. Like that's important for them right now in the space that we are all in right now.
So,
Well, it
being
sounds like
invited to lunch, like being invited to lunch will
you're
help
both,
us.
you're both invited in. You're both invited. You get back with us. We'll take you two to lunch anytime. So, all right, we're going to let you get back to rehearsal because we know you only had a few minutes here. So it's donations and service. Check it out, Aziza Peace. We have the information. Please, please give generously, and thank you so much. And I'm going to see you on the 15th. I can't wait to see you
Absolutely. Thank you,
strutting
Judy.
down that aisle. Bye. So you are tuned in to Be More Good News on YouTube and Facebook. So don't forget to like and subscribe. So, all right, let's take it from strut to beer and ballet. Wow. How in the world can we describe it? Well, it's beer and ballet, and it shatters the traditional barriers of dance, bringing the joy of movement into the heart of, I would say, unconventional spaces. I think that's bars. Okay. And the goal is to cultivate a vibrant community of movers and dance advocates united by a shared passion of creativity and camaraderie. And so, to that point, we are going to introduce you to our dancer and director, Amber Daniels. And I love that you say what it means to be a dancer is one plie and pint at a time. I just love that. So, Amber, thanks so much for joining us. So, tell us about how you got involved with this beer and ballet.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for having me too. It's lovely to meet everybody.
Our
It's great.
pleasure.
I love the good news. We need it. Good news.
Yes.
So I actually started this program in 2017. I started it in Jacksonville, Florida, under the umbrella of a modern dance company who was looking for something where they could get more involved with their community, where they could really be in spaces and actually talk to their audience. I also noticed during this time that a lot of audience members were a little nervous and a little scared of modern dance and of dance period, which was really quite interesting to me and also a little terrifying, as I was pretty young at that point and I was starting to venture off in my professional dancing world. So I ended up creating Beer and Ballet because I had a lot of connections in the brewery industry in Jacksonville, Florida. And they wanted something different than just yoga or maybe Pilates, things that you sort of see as activities in breweries. So we decided to try a ballet class using the bar as the bar, and it's skyrocketed ever since. Moved to Maryland to get my master's degree, and through my master's degree, a lot of folks heard, "Oh, she's the beer and ballet girl." I get that a lot. And can you please do classes up here? And I said, absolutely. So we started having classes in Maryland. Unfortunately, COVID hit, but I say unfortunately as actually like a good positive thing, because we started having classes online. So folks from Texas to New York to everywhere else started taking class with us. And folks got to meet each other. That's kind of the whole point of the jazz as well, with movement too. But it's to meet other folks who you wouldn't if you didn't take this class before. So that's how the name of Beer or Ballet sort of spread, not just in Maryland and Florida, but in the United States and even across the world. We have folks from Germany, from Australia who are taking these classes online and are connected with us through social media. So it's a really beautiful thing. And I love that it's my job.
I love that it's your job too. And it just really fits in Baltimore. And what I saw, because I got to meet you officially at the mayor's parade, which, by the way, we got third place in, but we'll talk about that later. But what I loved about your group is community. Everybody was so connected. And actually, it certainly broke the stereotype of ballet when I saw the different characters and whatever, And so, I mean, it's just so cool to think that you would have such a diverse group in ballet. And then, of course, you add the BAR with the BARRE, and, it's magic. But I just love it. So go ahead and please promote, tell us how we could get involved and when we could do a plie at the bar, please.
Absolutely.
Time.
Yeah, absolutely. So just as you said, our communities, I mean, I'm a little biased, but I think we're pretty fantastic. And we love to ensure that everyone is included at the bar. So we partner with breweries and spaces, actually, even small businesses that believe in that mission as well. So we're very careful in curating who our partners are within the city of Baltimore or beyond. So we have a lot of classes in our home breweries, and that's Ministry of Brewing, Peabody Heights, Checkered Spot. We're starting to branch out into other breweries as well. And yeah, so coming to those classes, bringing your friends, even sponsoring tickets. So we try to keep the ticket prices down. So that way we can really, again, make sure that as many people as possible can come in. And folks have been wanting to donate tickets. So that way people, if they can't afford that ticket, they can still come, still experience the community that we have. So what you'll get with that ticket is you'll get an hour-long dance class. So even, for instance, last night we were at Ministry of Brewing doing barn dance with Gabriel Mata. He's a really great Mexican-American artist in the DMV area and is working with Dance Place, the Kennedy Center. We are bringing very, very good professional dance instructors to you. So you will always get a great class no matter what. And then after that hour-long class, while you're enjoying the brewskis, yes, you can. We have an after brew hangout where you get to talk to the folks who you just had class with. And, after COVID, a lot of folks have said it's kind of hard to talk in a big
yes,
like that.
Absolutely.
So we have helpful tips and tricks for you. Something as simple as, oh, remember that crazy combination Amber made us do? Let's talk about that for a second. So it's really great. So I would say coming to class, spreading the word through Instagram, social media, sharing the word as much as you can. And we are actually branching out to other avenues where we have a professional dance company under the umbrella of beer and ballet. So some of those dancers who were professionals in their past are now dancing professionally with us.
Fantastic.
Which is beautiful. Yeah.
It is beautiful. Oh, so are you. And I love what you do. So check out Beer and Ballet, and we will be posting information on how to do that. So keep dancing. I love your slogan. Okay. So keep belting them down, and one plie and one pint at a time. Thanks again for coming on.
Absolutely. Bye, y'all. Thank
Amber
you.
Daniels, Beer and Ballet. Oh, nothing says love for Valentine's Day like a hug from a mom. And Free Mom Hugs make sure those hugs are available to everyone who needs them. So we have two guests to represent tonight. We have Karen Morris and Laurie Hanley, and they're going to tell us about Free Mom Hugs. And I mean, how can you lose on that? Thank you both for being here. It's so good to see you. And again, I saw you both at the Mayor's Parade. We won third place. Did I mention that? And and just each of you were just super fun to hug. And you walk your talk and hug your hug. And I love what you do. So talk to us about that program. Karen, I'll pick on you first. How about that?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So Free Mom Hugs it's a national organization that has actually just gone international. We have our very first chapter outside the US in Yokosuka, Japan at a Navy base, which is amazing.
Wow.
It was started back in 2015 by a wonderful woman named Sarah Cunningham, who, when her son came out to her, she didn't initially handle it well. And then she, had a change of heart. And then she thought about other kids whose maybe their parents weren't as inviting and supportive. And so she went to a local Pride event with a handmade sign that said Free Mom Hugs. And it just has exploded from there. I did my first event in 2019, and I did it because my son's very best friend told me that his mom had rejected him, and he cried in my arms. And right after that, I learned about Free Mom Hugs, and I thought, okay, this is kind of a calling, something I need to be doing. And so my very first event was Baltimore in 2019. And we tell everybody, all the volunteers who come out to hug, we tell them that you're going to leave covered in sweat, hugs, and tears, and glitter.
Okay.
I'm sorry, sweat, glitter, and tears.
So Karen,
yes,
how did you join forces? How did you join forces here?
So I have been very active with LGBTQ community. I'm a mom of a proud mom of a beautiful trans daughter. Really wanted to get myself more active as a result of that, and went to an event that Laurie was at just last year that was kind of fundraising for Free Mom Hugs. So I went to the event with a couple of friends. Laurie came over to the table and said, well, we don't have a Baltimore regional leader. And I was like, well, I haven't even been to an event yet. And she's like, okay, well, go to your first event and then let me know what you think. So I did Catonsville Pride instead of Baltimore Pride. They were on the same day. So I thought, let me go to a smaller event, kind of see how it goes. I don't know if it was that night, Laurie, or the next day. I got in touch with her and said, I'm hooked. I'm in. Whatever you need. I'm your girl. So that event was, it was unbelievable. And I think that, I know this means a lot to the community that we hug, but it also means a lot to us. So we have to remember that too. It's unbelievable. And just to make sure everyone out there knows that we are not just moms. We are moms, we are dads, we are aunts, we are uncles, we are grandparents. It's just hard to fit all of that in the name. So
Exactly.
You don't have to be a mom to be out there to hug.
I just love your organization. And I mean, you can't be around all of you and not want to hug you back. And the heart is just there, and just the emotion that both of you expressed. And so please, let's make sure to understand that anybody can be part of Free Mom Hugs. And probably now, bigger than ever, let's all show up. And particularly, let's show up in Baltimore Gay Pride this year, coming up in June. And I just love what you all stand for. So please check out their website, find some kind of way that you can help, volunteer. I'm sure that you have plenty of jobs and plenty of events that you need help with. So please, if you want to give a hug, contact Free Mom Hugs. Thank you so much both for being on here and all you do.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
Hugs. Okay, you've tuned into BeMore Good News, and don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest good news. Visit our website, BeMoreGoodNews.com. Oh boy, now step back because it's the Infinite Love Project. Have you seen those kindness signs around town? Some of them are horizontal and some of them are vertical and some of them might even be upside down, but there's a reason for them. And it's two people that are two of the most amazing people that spread love and kindness. And they're the real deal. They're both full of love and kindness. Oh my gosh, I am honored to present Tina and Eric of the Infinite Love Project. Thank you two for coming on. How are you? How are you, Eric, Tina?
Good to see and hear you.
Yay! Oh, good. So let's talk. Let's see. Oh, geez, I'm like maybe 5-6 years ago, I did start seeing those signs here and there, and I was a little bit curious. And then at Hunfest, there you were. Eric is about 9 feet tall, and he had a big old "Be Kind" sign. And of course, there's one behind you. And that was all she wrote, because then I got it right away, because he was spreading kindness. And then I got to meet you, Tina, and you all had been on the show before, speaking, I guess, gosh, a couple years back. And then I can say that you put your love together and got married, and I was there for that ceremony, which was amazing. And yeah, so now you've doubled the pleasure, doubled the love, all that. And so what are you two up to? Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having us on. You're so sweet. We adore you so much. And we're grateful for what you're doing in Baltimore to keep the good news flowing. We are putting on workshops for people to remember how to take care of themselves, be kind to themselves first. They're holistic.
Self-love. How about that?
Yep. We bring in mindfulness and breath work and our official Be Kind song. And everybody gets to walk away with a tactile reminder that they painted themselves a Be Kind sign, as a, to be kind to themselves and others. The workshops are taking off. We're grateful. That's happening. We have workshops for corporations. We get grants for workshops in public schools and public libraries, and it's taken off. We're grateful.
We just did our first entire middle school, West Middle, here in Westminster. 305 sixth graders each painted a sign to get to take home.
Went through our workshop. Yeah.
So that's kind of our blueprint for the rest of the state, at least the region.
So with hopefully the weather changing soon, then can we expect that we're going to see you out and about at festivals again? And are you planning to do that piece of your operation?
We have actually scaled back the vending. We are going to do large festivals, but the smaller vending we won't be able to do because we're doing so many workshops.
It
We're
wears
kind of
us
grateful
out.
on that. Yeah.
Well,
But
there's only
today,
two of you, and I really think of you as many more with all that you're doing. Exactly. Not to mention that, Eric, I know that you are also having to create the signs that
yes,
everybody's
yes,
painting. So they
yes.
didn't just drop from the sky, even though we'd like to think they did. So I know, imagine
Yeah.
keeping up
The
with the
whole
labor
project.
intensity of that has to be something. So the one thing I would love to know is, let everybody know, how did you just wake up one morning and say, hey, let's spread kindness, the world needs a little more kindness, let's see what we can do? So how did this idea sprout?
Well, we were already handing out Infinite Love Hearts,
Yes. Infinite Love Hearts.
and it was January 14th, 2020. Just read one negative news story too much and decided to make a Be Kind sign. And the first one was not that well made. We kept one of them.
He used leftover plywood and leftover
We
letters
kept
from a
one of
sign
them.
he had made.
I mean, you can see how, yeah, it's
Well, it looks good from the front, but I see what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
Well, we've upgraded since then,
Yeah.
Okay.
and
That was in January of 2020.
yeah, and the amount of places that we have vended and facilitated paint events, and the people that have donated to us and purchased and hung signs up, it's really heartfelt.
Yeah, we're grateful that people that the signs bring people joy, and that they want to be a part of the movement, just as a reminder to be kind to ourselves and others.
Well, that's because you all are given the gift that keeps on giving, and that we just love so much that you are so dedicated to this project. It's just amazing. Okay, I want to know about the song. You mentioned the song. You going to
Yeah.
sing your song to us?
Tina will.
All right. Okay, this is good. Let me hear it.
When the clouds above are gray, you can make them go away. If you want the sun to shine, just be kind. And if your best friend's feeling blue, there's something you can do. Take a minute of your time to be kind. There are more. There are more.
Well, that is fabulous. That sums it up. Oh my gosh. Thank you so
We have to
much.
get
Can we have a little inside scoop here?
Sure.
Okay, we were on Charles Street today in Baltimore
Yes.
at the studios of
TMD and WYPR.
and we are going to be their nonprofit partner for Valentine's Day tomorrow.
As you should.
Yeah,
We're grateful.
we gifted them some of our product to
Some hearts and some signs.
some hearts and some signs so they can do a better job of fundraising for themselves and get us better known throughout the region.
Help inspire kindness.
Thank you, Kristen Laporte.
That's what we want to do. All right. So tell us, what can we do to continue to help support you all too? So we have 3 different websites from you. So one of them ought to hit, but what can we do to help?
Right. You can get the hearts at infiniteloveproject.com.
Okay.
You can get the signs at bekindsign.com. And then you can take a look at our programs and support the nonprofit Action for Kindness at actionforkindness.org.
Okay. Oh, and then I think then you should do at least a little song for everybody that does. I loved it. Oh my gosh, you have a beautiful voice, Tina. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's.
Thank you. Love you.
Love. We adore you.
Okay. See you soon.
I hope so. Bye.
Yes.
Uh-oh, watch out, brace yourself. It's time to hear from Miss Bonnie, our calendar girl, and she is busting to tell us about what's coming up. So come on, Miss Bonnie.
Hi, you newbie newsies and Facebook followers. You know what? I just did an alliteration because somebody left me to my own literary devices. That's a joke. Okay, here's some fun for you. The next few weeks, There's lots of stuff going on, and I'm limited to 2.5 minutes, right, Chris? So here we go. Pay attention. And if you don't get the dates and times, look at the Facebook page, BeMore Good News. Everything's there and so much more. More than 2.5 minutes worth of stuff. You got to sit down with a cup of coffee and read all about what you're going to miss if you don't get off your butt and go there. Okay. All right. Wednesday, February 19th. Beer and Ballet. We just heard about Beer and Ballet. They're going to be at Checker Spot Brewing. There's free parking. It's at 7 p.m. And Checker Spot is our state butterfly. And that's where they got the name. It's a women-owned brewery. So you know the beer is going to be low gluten, okay? Because we care about your body, right? And okay, it's on Ridgely Street. And they say, without an appreciation of nature and quality ingredients, great beer cannot exist. So plie over to the bar and get a beer. Now, Sunday, February 23rd at 3:30, this is more serious. The Morgan State University Choir is going to treat everybody to a concert in a beautiful church. So it's going to sound great. And they're going to have live streaming. It's 4200 St. Paul Street, the Second Presbyterian Church. Now, CIAA basketball is in Baltimore. That's our nation's oldest historically Black athletic conference at the CFG Bank Arena. It's going on from the 25th to March 1st. Wednesday, February 26th at Keystone Corner. That's on Lancaster Street down in Harbor East, Naptown Brass. So Mardi Gras yourself down there and enjoy the second line sounds and the great food and drinks. There will be dancing, and they're also going to stream that. So get your handkerchiefs out and twirl them around. Pretend like you're at the Mardi Gras, Baltimore style. Now, the Lion King is at the Hippodrome. Everybody knows that. I hope you all got a ticket. And it got 6 Tony Awards. And it's been seen by 100 million people.
Wow.
That's what I heard, and that's what I read. So I hope it's true. You never know nowadays. Okay. And then Sunday, March 16th at 7 p.m., Charm City Jazz is going to have a 70s soul jam. It's a Gordon Center for Performing Arts, which is a lovely space. And it's a funky good time with the past singers and musicians of the DMV area. Okay, and I got a Valentine. See that? I got a Valentine from Miss Mary from Uncustomary. She's going to have an event, and it's going to be at Red Emma's, and it's once a month, and that's on the Facebook page. And it's 1 hour of joy and camaraderie and learning to get along with everybody and be nice to yourselves and learn how to deal with each other and bring joy. Okay, that's only 1 hour once a month. Okay, you can do that, right? Okay. And then we have Absolutely Dragulous. We can't forget our friends at Absolutely Dragulous. They're having an anti-Valentine's Day brunch. And it's going to be at the Black Flag Brewery. And it's going to be in Columbia, Judy. So it's near you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So and I also want to say that over the summer, we started Love Baltimore. So it's our way of giving back to our beautiful city. So let us hear from you to see how we can serve your neighborhood. We'd love to help you out. And I'll see you around the neighborhood. Till next time, grab those blessings. Blessings are the things that go right for you every day. You know, there are a lot of them. And then show some love to everybody you meet. Give that smile away. It's free. Bye. See you next time.
Miss Bonnie, you just make us happier hearing you. And I want to give a big shout out to Miss Bonnie because she's the one that every day fills our Facebook page with good news. So check it out. Please, please. Thank you again. And now, time for some motivational words from our very own Desmond. What wisdom do you have for us today?
Thanks, Judy. Greetings and my fellow Mighty Mooses. The wisdom I want to impart to y'all today is pretty simple, but I'll do my little aphorism real quick. Good humans of the internet, you are made of love, so spread it. Like butter, like margarine, you're a savory taste that brings a smooth addition to everything you encounter, to everyone you meet. Fill every nook and cranny of the English muffin of the world around you. Fill it to the best of your ability and spread that savory love everywhere. For this episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about giving space and permission for yourself to shine,
Mm.
right? Making sure that you take up space now more than ever. Let your light shine. Let it be a beacon to those around you, as well as be able to be reflected from a mirror back onto yourself, right? To grow that light within and spread it out the way the sun kind of spreads it out and promotes growth all around you. Um, let your authenticity speak volumes. You often don't know what kind of influence you have, right, on yourself and others, uh, just by being yourself in places, right? Just by taking up space and knowing that you belong there, and so does everyone else, right? Like bringing folks with you and as part of the fold to show that they're also included in whatever you happen to be doing in spaces that they may not feel comfortable into. Even just showing up to a big old dance party and shaking the milkshake that your mama gave you with freedom, aplomb, and wild abandon will bring wonder and bring all kinds of folks to the yard. So, what I'm saying is, shine your light, shake your butt, and don't let anybody stop you. It's effectively how I like to live my life all the time, anyway.
That is the most eloquent way to say bring your milkshake to the yard, Desmond.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And every milkshake's got a
I
little different flavor to it. So stick a
I
straw in
love
and get a taste. This is good to go.
I love it. And I love you. Oh,
Oh,
and you do
cheers.
look dazzling in your tiara as always.
That's
So,
right.
yes,
I appreciate it.
beautiful words to take with you. And guess what? Now, Chris is even going to follow that up with his story, a Baltimore love story, and how it almost toppled a monarchy. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, hey, Judy, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you, Chris?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling the love. I've got my red from Baltimore with love shirt, my natty bow hat, and I'm really feeling the love with this group of guests you've managed to assemble. Thanks for bringing all these people together.
Oh,
We have
my
a lot to
pleasure.
look forward to.
Yes,
Absolutely. We have a lot to look forward to, I know, with Miss Bonnie's calendar. Can I give a little plug myself here? Silhouette
please.
Stages in Columbia coming up in March. We're doing Kinky Boots.
Yep.
And we've talked a lot today about inclusion, acceptance, and this is a show that really embodies those values. And so I think this show is relevant now more than ever. So I encourage everybody to come out to Silhouette Stages in Columbia and see Kinky Boots if you want to see me do a little song and dance. It should be a lot of fun. So got to get that plug in there.
Miss Bonnie and I are coming on the last day, so you should be real practiced by then.
Oh, yeah, by then we should have it figured out. Hopefully I'll have my lines memorized by then. Well, Judy, I wanted to share a story today that ties into Valentine's Day and spring, which is right around the corner. I know it's still cold outside, but there are warmer days ahead. And one of Baltimore's favorite spring locales, of course, is Patterson Park in East Baltimore. Well, did you know that the land where Patterson Park now sits once belonged to the second wealthiest man in the state of Maryland? His name was William Patterson, and he had a lot of children, but his eldest daughter, Elizabeth Patterson, was believed to be the most eligible bachelorette in all of the United States,
Wow.
not just Baltimore. Everybody wanted to get in front of Betsy Patterson. Not only was she beautiful, she was very, very rich, but she caught the eye and her heart wound up with a dashing young French naval officer named Jerome. And they were eventually married. Now, when I say this almost toppled a monarchy, it's not really the case because I don't think the monarchy was ever in any real danger of toppling. But the truth is, Jerome's older brother did not approve of this marriage. And you may be asking yourself, what difference does that make? Who in the world was Jerome's older brother, and why does his opinion matter? If these two are in love and they want to be together, what difference does it make what Jerome's older brother thinks about it? Well, Jerome's older brother happened to be Napoleon Bonaparte, the Emperor of France. And when the Emperor of France, especially when that emperor is Napoleon Bonaparte, says this marriage isn't going to last, he usually gets his way. And so, unfortunately, even though their marriage was short-lived, it did produce a child. And for the rest of her life, after the marriage was annulled, after Jerome and Betsy divorced, Betsy here in the United States continued to lobby for her son's royal lineage. The point of this story is that even though Jerome and Betsy didn't make it, that shouldn't prevent you from forging lasting and strong relationships of your own, regardless of what some dictator might think. So keep that in mind this February and all year long as the weather starts to warm up. Keep that love in your heart, and you can't go wrong. Judy, back to you.
Wow, Chris, that was a great story, as all of yours are. What a storyteller you are.
Did you know Napoleon had a connection to Baltimore? I mean, his sister-in-law was born here, Patterson Park, named after the family of Napoleon's sister-in-law, even though it was only a brief period of time.
We just get more famous all the time, don't we, here in Baltimore? I mean, now I have to tell you, I am honored and humbled to have been with our amazing guests. So let's review. First, we were with Saran Fawcett and Sean, who are making a difference for Black LGBTQIA plus culture of Baltimore, giving them an opportunity to perform and to learn so much about life. And then we had our free mom hugs. And I just love both Lori and Karen for getting out there and helping out so many people. And as they said, you don't have to be a mom. Okay. And we've had Amber from Beer and Ballet making community and plies and pints, 1 pint at a time. Love it. And of course, our darling Eric and Tina at the Infinite Love Project, making Be Kind signs and doing projects and workshops and songs. Topped it off by all of Miss Bonnie's good news of what we can do. And Chris bringing it home, putting the cherry on top for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And Desmond, our philosopher, I just adore you all. Happy Valentine's. Can you feel the love tonight and forever here in Baltimore?
Yes,
and by the way, did I
But
mention
that's
we
up
won
there.
3rd place in the Mayor's Parade? I'm just making sure because Miss Bonnie
Make
is
sure we
showing
can
me
see that,
this
Miss Bonnie.
okay.
There it is.
Yes.
There you go. So, okay, keep bringing
Heck
the
yes.
love. Thank you all. Love you all.
Way down on the shores of the Patapsco lies a singing and swinging his town I know. So have another beer, sit down, I'll tell you more. Folks work real hard, but they're doing it right. Cause when the sun goes down, they're gonna party all night. I'm talking about Baltimore.